Hello and good afternoon. I'm Jane Garrity and welcome to my channel. I'm here just giving a reading. I like to do these at the new moon and the full moon. So every other week you can subscribe and get notified when I'm doing a live collective reading. So thank you for joining me today whenever you happen to hear this. The Colorado winds are crazy, so hopefully everybody's going to be able to hear okay. If not, nature happens, and I'm just going to really enjoy the wind here. So, just a little bit about me. I'm a psychic medium, and I have been going through my psychic awakening for about 5 years now. 5 years? Yeah, 5 years. When I really started opening up psychically to myself and my ancestors, etc. And so, what I like to do with these readings is really just share myself. What I mean by that is that there's a whole collective going through an awakening process, and we're all on some wave of the awakening. And so I know that there's other people that love to get validation, maybe some intuitive nudges, maybe a drop of clarity, and tons of synchronicity. And so I just thought I'd like to record them and share them as I go. And yeah, so without that, let's go ahead and get started. The intention today is that. This is incredible. So I already set the energy and I have some ancestors here. I have some angels here, some couple deities here that I gathered up prior to this. And I asked them, I want to really validate for myself and for the collective what we've been going through, what's happening now, and then maybe how are we going to be moving forward. So, without further ado, here are the three cards. The first one is the Three of Swords. Second one is the Six of Wands. The third one is Four of Cups. We'll keep it all upright. Four of Cups. So this is where we've been. We have been learning how to process our grief. So when I'm looking at the energy of the message today, it's really validating how much we have been learning how to process grief, feeling our feelings, the heartbreak, the letting go, the love, the constant love of grief that we have been learning how to process within ourselves. I'm seeing it as a very much of a collective process that we've been going through within the last 12 months specifically. And thank you. I just have my ancestor here, and he is saying this has been such a huge part of the collective awakening process, learning how to process grief, how to feel our feelings, how to go inward and feel our pain. If you've ever had a personal reading with me, you know my eyes are closed most of the whole time. So it doesn't change for this. I like to really see my ancestors when they are showing me and talking to me. That's how I really get their messages. So we have been in that process of grief, and what they're showing me is everything that we have gone through in the stages of grief, learning which stage we're in the present moment. Thank you. That point of awareness of coming into consciousness and saying, I'm in denial right now. I'm literally bargaining. I am angry. And all of those things, and getting to that acceptance phase. He's saying, yes, getting to that acceptance phase. I'm seeing the loops. So getting to the acceptance phase over and over and over and over is how we move through the grieving process which helps connect us to our own humanity. And this has been a real big topic for, okay, here's another card that came out. Where'd the other one go? It's all right, we're good. I remember what it was anyway. It was the Four of Cups. I'll have the dog find it for me later. Processing that grief and then learning, thank you, own heads, our mind, body. We have four ethereal, energetic bodies. We have our physical body, emotional body, mental body, and our spirit body, our soul body. And it's really about learning how to get out of that mental body and back into our physical body. And that's part of that acceptance phase as we are continuing to move through it. Thank you. Six of Wands. So what I'm seeing is somebody who is learning how to create within, meaning changing our behavior patterns within ourselves, which is like lighting the way forward and giving us the confidence that we need for self-worth. And that is really specifically what I'm seeing. Thank you. I just had somebody raise their hand. Building self-worth is about matching our affinity and our truth, specifically residing within our fourth chakra, our heart chakra. So when I'm seeing the energy of the Six of Wands come in, and it's so cool to see, like, it's like these lights are shining down. It's like your time to shine. And that shining is from the inside out. And it's directly related to all of the work that we have done in learning how to feel and process our feelings and then show up in that behavior that we want. So this is so cool because it's just like, I'm here, I'm true, I'm going to show up the best I can. And it's actually so healing when people show up in their newly healed selves, in their newly behavior changed selves. Because once they learn how to show up, once we learn how to show up for ourselves, we can learn how to show up for other people. All right, that other card was the Four of Cups. I don't know where it went. I've lost it forever. It's in the Colorado windstorm. Okay. All right, they're like, you're not done yet. Thank you. All right. Four of Cups was the third card. And I'm originally pulled that card. If you saw, it was actually came up in reverse. And so the reverse meaning of the Four of Cups, what I'm seeing is that we're not leaving anything behind. We cannot leave anything behind. We have to bring it all with us moving forward. That means everything that we have learned to process is so we can move forward, because we cannot bring the things that we don't want to face within ourselves forward into our future and where we want to go. High Priestess energy. I love the High Priestess energy and what she's showing me today. Oh, thank you. Sorry, I talk to my spirit guides and ancestors all the time, and I do have an archangel here. Good afternoon. Okay. What she's saying is that we are all the High Priestess. Every single human being is High Priestess energy and power, and specifically feminine energy. I'm also seeing like an elephant. You've been seeing a lot of elephants within your day to day. I'm seeing it now show up here too. This is very matriarchal, and the message is about we all have the ability to lead with a feminine side, and it's not about, um, it's like the masculinity has to be reduced and the feminine needs to come up so that we are all able to have more compassion as we move forward. Oh, that's a really nice message. Thank you. So that was the high priestess, and now we have the emperor. Hi. The emperor is coming in. The emperor is showing me the nurturing side. It's like very much connected to this high priestess energy and empress energy. The emperor I'm seeing come in as very much that nurturing. We have to learn how to nurture ourselves better, and which helps to nurture each other, which brings that femininity or that matriarchal um, belief system, right? And that compassion, leading with compassion and love and understanding and unconditional love versus I'm seeing even shackles, like the shackles um, that shame builds throughout societies. It's a global problem. To me, and this isn't part of the reading, this is just me interjecting with, to me, shame is the ultimate pandemic of Earth. And then we have the okay, so we had the High Priestess, the Emperor, and now we have the King of Pentacles. That's so cool. All right, the King of Pentacles. What the King of Pentacles is showing me, and this is about how we're moving forward, and like a lot of this is like happening in the present time and showing us how to move forward. And this is specifically saying you have done so much work on yourself that it's time for you to kind of sit back and reap some rewards and reap some benefits for all of the hardship and grief that we've processed. And it's like we're moving into this time of just femininity, matriarchy, a time to receive, learning how to receive all of the goodness of the world. And then here's the Empress. I didn't even look, so it was a High Priestess and Emperor, and it's cool that the Empress energy was coupled with it because when I see the Empress, it's really about fertility, creation, life. And I love this deck and the card that she shows because it's like the earth is her womb. It's like truly Empress energy of Mother Earth, femininity, matriarchal. I'm also seeing a whale. Um, those types of societies, the elephants and the whale, are very matriarchal societies. And so that is actually giving me a lot of hope personally, as well as kind of being like, we got to kind of let some things still sort out a little bit. Okay. Let me know if any of those things resonate with you. The prison is behind you again. Thanks, Case. Oh, it is. I see it. You know, I thanks. That makes me feel just very, that gave me a lot of validation. Because, when we start doing things like this and we start breaking ourselves out of the boxes that we put them ourselves in, and we try new things, it's like having that moment of validation of like, keep going. So somebody else needed to hear that today too. Okay, so I was actually just specifically asked to pick up this deck. This is the Animal Oracle, the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, who has a beautiful channel on YouTube as well. I highly recommend following her. I follow her. Um, and I and so anyway, we're going to see what Animal Spirit has to say for us today. And we're cutting the deck. Peacock Spirit. Let it shine, Peacock Spirit. So what I'm seeing, because I'm like, tell me about peacock energy. I know nothing about the peacock, except for that movie, My Peacock, cock, cock, my peacock, cock, cock. You know what movie I'm talking about. Um, How to Be Single. Very therapeutic movie for anybody. So what I'm seeing is the peacock knows, like what it's showing me is the energy of the peacock is they're walking around and they know exactly the right time to expose their feathers. And when they do, it's like they are just strutting with the utmost confidence and beauty. And they're just basically, dare I say, it's no fucks given. This is a very no fuck given attitude. And it says on the card here, let it shine. And I love how it's actually showing the heart chakra. So when I'm looking at this peacock energy, it is very much about allowing our true authentic self and our authenticity to shine through. Much like the Six of Wands that had just come out before, this is really for me validating that and solidifying that. Be yourself, stuff with confidence and gumption, and let your true authentic light shine. It's a great message. Thank you for that. See if there's anything else that I'm actually seeing this deck come up next. I have an ancestor here that wants me to pull a card from this. This one is called the Dream Keeper's Tarot. Here is the cool artwork for it. Hopefully I can find that other card. I'm going to move by my deck. And my dog is entering the scene. Hey, buddy. Sit. Here, Bubba. Good boy. Go on, sit down. He likes being part of the right. Right. So let's pull the deck. Two of Pentacles. Oh my God, I love this card. Two of Pentacles. What I'm seeing with this card, whoever needs to hear this message, it's about learning how to balance and flow. Do you know that there was a toy? I'm a Gen Xer, so there was a toy back in the day where it had this long, like metal tube and it had this ball that kind of went back and forth, and it was really about the ball finding that balance, that ebb and flow between the back and forth. And so this is can be very healing to understand how to balance with the flow, right? It's not about always feeling sturdy and balanced. It's when we get the wind knocked from under us. I'm seeing literally somebody's feet get kind of cut off and they fall to the ground, or they can choose to be like, okay, well, my feet are cut off now, so I'm just going to go and use my hands or whatever. And maybe that was a terrible example, but it's really learning how to ebb and flow with the waves of life and floating and balancing, specifically, especially as like this is the Pentacles, this is about Earth. And so, really about connecting with our bodies for balance. Nervous system burnout begins with an imbalance or a disconnection from our physical bodies. Kind of like I said before, how we get stuck in our mental bodies instead of really coming back down to earth into our physical bodies. All right. Anything else? I'm coming up on time. I kind of set the timer before I started. We're going to do an ancestor message. Let's see. Okay. All right. I have one of my ancestors stepping forward with top card, the high priest. The high priest. And what it says underneath here is intend and create. What I'm being shown is like I have this warrior ancestor who's coming in. And what he's showing me is the spark that's being created from his hand. And what he's showing me is that we all are creators. And whatever we intend, whatever we think about, what our intentions are, that energy is part of the creation. And so this is a reminder to just be mindful of the things that we intend is what we create. Thank you. Coming back to that point of awareness of the present time, the consciousness in present time. He's also showing me like having fun while creating. And when we are actually consciously involved with our creations, whatever it is that we're doing, whether it's pottery, a website, or whatever, it's really about doing it with so much intention and love from our hearts is what creates the fire. And that is how we develop moving forward. Thank you. That was good. I like that message. All right, anything else coming in? Okay. So Archangel Michael is here, and he's actually been here a long time, and he wants what he's showing me. What he's showing me is that like we are all supported and protected no matter what, especially when we feel like we have made a mistake or we did something wrong. He's here to say, nope, we're carrying you through. Thank you. I just saw somebody's hand go up in the back, meaning that was for you. You're welcome. I'm glad that was for me too. Thank you. I know I have this, the way I have my room set up here, my energetic room. Is there any other messages that want to come through today for myself or for the collective? All right. I just see I have an ancestor here who's actually sitting bull. Sitting bull is showing me to remember the medicine wheel, right? We have north, south, east, and west, and the different cycles of seasons of energy and awakening that we all go through. And he's showing me that a lot of us were like in that north node right now, which is like destiny and fate. And so maybe this is my destiny and fate. I'm just trying new things, and I guess we'll see how it turns out. And with that, that message feels complete. And I hope it wasn't too windy for you all. I'm going to go see if I can find my long lost card, the Four of Cups. Oh, how can I do readings without the Four of Cups? Um, anyway, that is all. Thank you for joining. Make sure you hit subscribe, follow, comment if one of my messages resonated with you. I would like this to be a very safe space where we can all share and validate and feel seen and heard as we continue on through our awakening journey, whichever wave we happen to be on. Thank you so much. Bye.